guys, this is Carrie from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate Super Chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the Super Chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jarrod's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome Kemper profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Hey! Happy Sunday evening.
What's going on, guys? I just realized I'm wearing mandals.
You didn't change your shoes.
No. That's what happens when you're sound checking like crazy.
Yeah,
You get caught up in the thing.
well, welcome to Tone Wars Sunday Night Edition. I am Carrie, and this is Jarrod.
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for being here. We very much appreciate it. More than we could say, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. It really is.
What a nice chill day today.
Yes,
Really?
we did.
I feel like usually we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
Yeah, and today was pretty chill.
Today was chill.
Hence the mandals.
Yeah. They look fine. At least your toes aren't like.
Yeah, exactly.
And if your toes are out.
Yeah, I can't see my bunions.
Yes, your bunions.
Stop looking at my bunions, y'all.
Let's say hi. We've got first in Mule Blues.
Hey, what's up, man?
Ooh, let's see. And we've got Mike Jacobs, who
What's
says
up?
Happy Sunday evening. Hi, Mike Jacobs.
Good to see you here, buddy.
We got Mark here. He says, boom, first time I've made it to the beginning of a live stream.
Woohoo! Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here.
Yes, and let's see, Brad Shimke. What's up, Care Bear and Dr. Chugs?
Dr. Chugs. I should do a series, like, if I talk about, like, something, like, just like a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
Dr. Chugs.
This is Dr. Chugs here.
Here, Dr. Chugs here.
Look, I just did an impression.
Woo!
I can do it
You can do it!
when you don't ask me to
When
do
you
it.
don't ask.
No, oh, what's wrong with my brain? Jay is here from Warm Chord.
What's up, man? We had fun yesterday.
I know.
We played all the amps, except
All
for
of them.
maybe a couple. So, yeah, he stopped by, and it was pretty much amp and sushi day, along with a walk in the woods, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Your woods are amazing. It's like Middle Earth once you get back there.
It really is. And
Gorgeous.
yeah.
It's hilly, and they're not just like, oh, it's really pretty hill. Like,
Yeah.
they're freaking giant craters of earth.
You work back there. Sometimes I
Yeah.
think we end up in China.
Yeah.
It's like, let's get some noodles while we're here.
But it just, you
know?
can see the depth of it. You know, you're up on this trail, and then you
Yeah.
can see the valley, and coming up the
Yep.
other side, and then a smaller one, and
Especially when the leaves fall. Then you can, like,
Yes.
really see the terrain,
Yep.
like, big time.
I
And
feel like
it's,
fall and winter is when it's the most
Yeah,
beautiful.
it really is.
When there's a light blanket of snow,
Yep.
and
You can see everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a black and white. Like,
yeah.
who's that guy that always did those
Ansel
Ansel Adams? It's like
yeah.
one of his photos back there. It really is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So then we have Mark. he's getting anxious. He's got the question marks. And then Aaron Lucas is here. And hi, Aaron.
Hey, what's
We have
up, Aaron?
Aaron Short. We have
What's going
Jason
on?
Taylor.
Jason, what's up, man?
Aluminum Fetish.
Aluminum Fetish.
All right.
That's it's a good name. What's up, buddy?
Gunnerman 54.
Gunnerman, what's going on, man?
Helix Cabana Boy. He says good morning.
Good morning. What's going? I just had cereal, so
You did.
yeah. Good morning.
A quick bowl of cereal.
We were out of options, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a bowl of cereal before we go live, so that's what I did.
Marty 5.
What's up, man?
Hey, Marty. The
Always good
Terror
to see you.
Beyond is with us.
Hey, what's going on,
the
man?
Terror Beyond.
Yeah, he's the guy I got the Cherrytone from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great dude, by the way. Really, really good dude. Awesome
Texas?
guitar player too.
Arizona,
Yes.
Texas.
Texas.
Nice.
Awesome guy. Yeah, thanks for being here, buddy.
Scott Fulmer is here.
Hey, what's up?
He says, evening, y'all. Steve
What's up?
Avenchik.
What's up, Steve?
Dave Buckner.
Hey, what's up?
Monstrous amp selection you've amassed there.
I know. Yeah, the Cherrytone's still upstairs, so I gotta find. I gotta buy new shelves. I do. I have to buy. I don't know what we're gonna do here.
More. Or just put it up here. Take those little doodads
Yeah,
down.
but man, you bump into this thing,
Oh, yeah. It's not
all
super
hell's gonna
stable.
break loose. Yeah, I'm always scared to back up because I feel like I'm gonna knock over everything there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta figure that
The
one out.
metal ones probably be fine, but this one is a little wiggly.
Yeah, that one's pretty wobbly.
Wiggly wobbly. Well,
Yeah.
Aaron Lucas has sent you a super chat with a
Uh-oh.
request.
Mhm.
He says, Jarrod, can you do Arnold waking up the guy from Green Day since September is about to end? Wake me up
I don't know the song, so.
when September ends. You haven't heard that song?
Okay. All right.
You know that? It's Arnold.
Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate
Yeah. Thanks so much.
because I'm a total Green Day fanatic. You got to use something with Dream Theater or something proggy for me to have
Then
a
nobody
song
else
reference.
will know what.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Okay, so Arnold waking up. What's the guy's name? Billie Jean something or what's his name? The guy from Green Day.
I don't know. I know who Green Day is. I don't know their
Okay,
names.
and it's because September's about to end.
Wake me up when September ends.
Oh, okay. Okay. Green Day guy.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell your name is. Just get up now before September ends because it's almost over. You need to get out there and write some real music. You're writing all these little sissy boy songs. You need to write some big prog metal songs with 8,000 beats per minute. And the song needs to be an hour and a half long with 27 guitar solos in it, which I know you cannot play because you suck at guitar. Yes, get up. Take some guitar lessons and write a real song for a change and comb your hair.
Comb your hair.
His hair looks like an explosion of a mattress factory.
Oh, Aaron Luke says Billy Joe Armstrong. All right.
Billy Joe.
You mofo wants to know, have you tried the PRS Archon yet?
PRS Archon. It was on one of our
That
reamping
is
shows.
awful, Jarrod Grumblatt.
What?
All of the amps that I have behind me. Let me see. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me go in the cellar and check.
He went from none to 1,400.
Yeah, that's crazy. The PRS Archon we had on our reamping show, but I never got to play through it.
Yeah.
We just reamped through it. But
Yeah.
when Motor City gets one in, I will have it on the show for sure because it's a killer amp. And when the MT100 comes out,
Yeah.
it's going to be on the show. I already talked to Marty over at Motor City about it. So
A bigger MT15?
yeah, it's going to be the MT100, and it'll be a completely different amp. Like I think it's going to sound completely different, and yeah, because they're just because the thing is I feel like if it was going to be basically the same thing but just with more power and maybe another channel or something, they'd have had it done a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think it's a total revamp, so it's going to be freaking killer. I can't wait.
MT100.
Yep.
Jay has sent his request.
Uh-oh.
Arnold asks JP to write a song about bullets and biceps. JP, John Petrucci.
John Petrucci, yes.
Arnold asked John Petrucci to write a song about bullets and biceps.
John Petrucci, how are you doing? I know you're much smaller than me, but can you still write a song about bullets and biceps? Do it now. Get to the chopper and get to your studio and write a song about bullets and biceps. My biceps are the size of cannons. Yours are the size of little teeny bullets. But still, you have to write the song, and then your biceps will be as big as mine.
Oh no! We have them all right and left. Let's see.
Oh no.
Dave Buckner, bonus for dumping on Green Day. Thank you, Dave, for
Thanks,
the
man.
super chat. Scott Fulmer, can I rent out your basement for a day with his super chat?
Yeah, dude, come
At
on
least he
over.
offered to pay, right?
Yeah, come on over, bro. It's
That's
Amp
awesome.
World here. It's
Right.
freaking insane.
Let's see, Aaron Lucas, didn't you use the Archon as your clean tone when you solely used the Helix?
I believe I did. So I did use the Archon clean tone in the Helix. Yeah, I've used that before. Trying to think what other clean tones I've used in the Helix for my cleans. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've used the Helix as a direct out. Usually I use it like I'm using it tonight as a a switcher / 4-cable method unit for my Kraken. It's right here. You can't see it because of the camera angle, but there it is. So
I make him pull the camera up. When he's by himself, he drops it way down.
because the room looks bigger.
And his guitar is in the middle there, and we're good.
Yeah.
But when the camera's way down, it looks horrible when I'm in the shot. It's very
It's
not okay.
It's not okay when you.
It's not
Yeah,
okay.
for me, it's I mean, as long as I keep the guitar in the right spot, we're good. But the thing is Paul, our my buddy, the guy that does a lot of our recordings and stuff. He's also a major photographer and like a great videographer. And he's like, dude, you need to lower your camera as low to the floor as you can get it because it makes the room look bigger.
Yeah.
And as soon as I did that, I was like, wow, the room looks monstrous. But you got to be careful at,
With what you're wearing that
What
day.
no short shorts.
And how you sit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good grief. Brett Murphy's here. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
Been 2 seconds.
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
He
Good
says,
to see
what's
you.
up, God? Glad I made it to the show tonight. Christopher is here. He says, another awesome Sunday with a gorgeous lady. That means you. Killer shredder and amazing tones. The weekend is officially made.
So you're the killer shredder?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
I can
just getting
shred some cheese.
just keeping it warm for you. What's up, man? Thanks. Thanks
We've
for being here.
got Sven from Germany.
Hey, it's been a while since we've seen
Yeah.
Sven here. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks so much for being here. I know it's probably like 4 a.m. You should sing him a lullaby. Maybe he can't sleep.
Lullaby
Yeah.
and good night.
Thanks,
See, I'm
man.
missing some things. Steve Eventcheck. Yes, MT100 Tremonti is voicing it so he can use it on tour. I will own one, he
It
says.
will be mine. Oh,
will be
yes. It will be mine.
Yes, Matt Nolan is here.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
He says that's starting to be a bit of a monster tone zone you got going in there. He who dies with the most amps wins.
Well, Tone King's got me beat, and so does a lot of guys, but guys I can think of like Henning Pauly, he's got me beat too.
Jay says, I think Jarrod and I communicated with our Arnold voices for 50% of our hangout yesterday.
We kind of did. We went full Arnold for like a couple hours.
I wish I could have been here for that.
It was complete stupidity the whole time he was here. Hey, let's go for a walk.
Jay, he's calling you stupid, man.
It was funny, man. The whole day it was. We were acting like a couple of idiots. You need that though. You need that release every once in a while. Just act like a moron for a day. Jay brings out the best in me.
You're used to that.
Yeah, Jay played. What did he play? He played the KSR, the JP, the Engel, and what else did he play? The Dual Rec Roadster and the Chariotone. And the two amps that he liked the best, well, I'll let him tell you guys.
Yeah, put it in the chat. I'll read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Marty5 says it's only 1:23 in the morning there.
Ah, okay.
He's on your schedule.
Oh, he's on my schedule. I go to bed around 2, so that's just...
Jarrod doesn't realize that he's 51.
Yeah.
He needs some sleep.
Yeah, I'm a young 51 though. So.
Yeah. Matt Nolan wants to know, what's the power conditioner you have in the rack?
Oh, that is the Furman. Yeah, right up there. It's the Furman M80
M8LX. Yeah, that's what it is.
M8LX.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
Yep.
Aaron Lucas says, do you own an acoustic?
Yeah, I got 2 of them, and I never play them.
Only when I ask. You have an Ovation, right?
Yeah, I got an Ovation, and then I also have, I don't know what it is, the other one.
A wood one.
It's
with a hole and strings.
With a hole and strings. 12 of them. It's a 12 string.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's really pretty.
Yeah. I mean, they're great guitars. I just don't, I'm not a big acoustic guy.
Well, you have come up with clean tones and that sound just like what we want it to sound like acoustically.
Yeah, I mean, like with me, I use the piezo's. I'm trying to button this button. I just noticed. Yeah.
No chest hairs for you guys.
I don't have any anyway. But I have the piezo's on this, so I just use either my HELIX or my Kemper or something, and I just run through that with a
Yeah.
that.
Jay says the Triatone and the Roadster were his 2 favorites.
Ah, that's right. I was gonna say that, but I just figured I was gonna let Jay say it. Yeah, those are the ones that he gelled with. The Ingle was not for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Jay, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It was. I think it was too scary.
A little too scary for you. It's a little too scary.
Yeah.
Jay.
Someday when you grow up, it'll be perfect for you, Jay. No, I get it. See, the Ingle is its own thing. Mm-hmm. It really is. It's they're weird. They have an
Jay's
accent.
Weird.
Yeah. They have an accent. Like I'll just put it to you that way. Ingles have an accent.
Well, aren't they from Britain?
They're from Germany.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah, they're kind of dark and scary.
Well, they have accents.
I love Ingles. See, Jay doesn't play like the heavy metal stuff that I do. He plays more of like it's
Green
like
Day.
yeah. He's more of a punk / kind of in the rock metal zone, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
And I get it. Like if you're gonna play that on an Ingle, it doesn't gel. But I could tell you, like when I was sitting in the chair, he sat over there where the camera is in another chair because the cab faced him.
Right. Yeah.
And I could tell which amps were working for him because every time he plugged it,
changed the way he played.
It changed the way he played, but it also made his riffs sound better. So like, and I knew right away that the Roadster, the bug. Yeah, the Roadster just down here just sounded perfect for what he was doing. I was like, oh my god, that matches everything you're doing perfectly. That one and the JP and the Cherry Tone were like it.
Jay says that was my Tweety Bird impression.
See, she could do it.
Scott Fulmer is amazed that you're only 51.
Oh.
He gave you a thumbs up.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Some days I feel it. I really do.
Is that what 51 feels like right there?
Yeah, this is what
51.
51. Kind of grainy. kind of grainy and yeah. Grouchy.
Oh, let's see. Compton McCairo. He says, "What's up? I have an Ingle Rockmaster. It took me a while to get."
Oh, yeah. What's happening, man? No, the Ingles are just. Oh, that's my desert island amp. I mean, because it does things that no other amp I have does. Although, people ask me all the time, "What's your favorite amp?" Whatever one I'm playing. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is when I plug into any of these amps, within about 5 to 15 minutes or so, I acclimate to it.
Yeah.
And I start playing in such a way where there's like this relationship that's happening and there's like this volley and you get in a rhythm with it. And like there's stuff that it does. Exactly.
I'm going to get you all in trouble.
Yeah,
sorry.
Exactly.
I have the stuff going through my head.
But you get in this kind of rhythm with the amp, and it's just like you start gelling with it, and your ears acclimate, your body, your hands, everything acclimates, and you just start playing riffs that work on it, and next thing you know, you're just like, wow, why don't I play this more? I plugged into this tonight just an hour ago to sound check with it, and I was like, holy crap, does this thing sound amazing? So
I'm excited to hear it again.
They all sound great.
You put her in a corner, so.
Yeah, well, nobody puts baby in a corner.
Yeah, that's right. Matt Nolan says, new V2 electronics on the way was shattered, man. Have you had any issues with yours?
Which one?
He says new V2 electronics are on the way.
V2.
It was shattered. Have you had any issues with yours?
V2 electronics.
You got it, V.
What's he talking about? V2.
What you talking about, Matt Nolan?
What you talking about?
What you talking about?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not following what you're saying. V2 electronics.
Marty5 says the Ingle is like a bug that grew up to be a Porsche. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. No, it's a different amp, but man, when you gel with it, it's just like there's like it literally does have its own thing. If you love the accent the Ingle has, there's nothing else that will satisfy your taste, you know. Dean
Harkness is apologizing for being late. Don't let it happen again, man.
You're totty, sir. Stand in the corner with gum on your nose for 5 minutes and recite the alphabet backwards.
And he sent a super chat.
Oh,
thank you very
you're
much.
forgiven, never mind.
Good to see you. Oh, the Majesty.
Thank you.
From Matt Nolan, the Majesty, the V2 Electronics.
Oh, dude, that's
Sorry.
rough.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes, man. Wow, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully they'll get that straightened out for you.
He said, did you have any problem with yours?
No, none. Majesties, watch mine freaking just explode
Don't
tonight.
finish your sentence.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
So far, knock on wood, it's been
there you go. I'll say it's just right there.
Knock on mahogany.
Oh man, let's see, Dave Buckner, which would be the first on the chopping block if you decided to sell one?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think it would be. It would probably have to be a hard, very well thought out decision between the Synergy stuff and maybe the MT-15. I know, it sucks. But
you were so excited about the M15.
No, I love the MT-15, but he asked if I had to sell one.
You had to.
Yeah, it's almost like,
Wow.
If you were holding both of your kids off the edge of a cliff.
Oh, you stop it right now. That's horrible.
I know. Which one would you save? Like,
I'm mad at you.
You don't really clean your room very often. Well, these are my kids, So, I don't know. I think it would be tough. Like, but the thing is if let's just say I did get rid of the MT, I would get it back because I got rid of this years ago.
Then. Why would you do that?
Exactly. Why are you asking me those questions? No, the thing is, though, I got rid of the Roadster. Like, what was it, 8 years ago I sold that? Man, it haunted me for years. It really did. And when I found it, I mean, when I hooked this up last night, when me and Jay were hanging out, both of us were just like, dude, this is like the holy grail of sound. It is definitely... So it's not your typical... dual rec. It's a completely different voicing, and it's a little darker, and it doesn't have all that effervescence in it. It's not fizzy. This amp is it literally is one of the most go-to, sought-after, underground favorite amps ever. There's a huge cult following.
Steve Evenchek says the Mesa, you have two.
Yeah, the Mesa. Oh, no. I don't know, man.
Compton McCarrow. I'm so sorry if I'm just obliterating your last name. He sent a super chat. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man. I remembered that name. He's been here before.
McCarrow.
Yeah. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it.
Matt Nolan says the preamp went pop in his Majesty.
Ooh. Man, that's really weird, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. Yeah, all of mine so far have been great,
Jared. Jay says the Roadster was awesome to play through, but the Triatone Molecular has the tone I'm looking for to round out my collection. Yeah,
the Mesa's definitely, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are just looking at something for, like what Jay was saying. Because he's got the Rev 120, the Rev Generator 120. I mean, freaking amazing amp. Where do you? That wasn't a bad.
He was short-circuited there.
Yeah, I was short-circuiting. That's a great amp, So that's like, okay, you got a holy grail. Sorry, that made it sound like I hated it. Piece of crap. No, that's an awesome amplifier. So he's got one of those, and then he's got the Mark V 35, and then he's looking for something in the Marshall family to kind of round off his stuff. So.
And he thought the Triatone Was the Marshall sound?
It's kind of in that family. It can sound like one, but it also can sound like the Atomica.
Say, why would you even like it then?
Yeah, it's basically, it has a Marshall setting, which I don't use, but it has the Cameron Atomica setting, which is what I use, and that's the setting that's just stupid. That's a great amp, really good amp.
Jay says, if Jarrod gets rid of the Roadster, he'll be calling him first. You'll be calling Jay first.
I'm not getting rid of it, though. So don't hold your breath, sucker!
Let's see. Dave Buckner would have guessed one of the Mesa marks just due to probable overlap.
Oh, well, that's I didn't think of it that way. I mean, I got the Boogie. Well, they're all Boogies. I mean, I got the JP. I don't know. Since I have the JP, maybe I would let the Mark 525 go. But, God, that's such a great amp. That thing's a little powerhouse, man. I don't know. I'd have to really think about that.
Which one would give you the most money?
It's a hard decision, man. Well, the Engel would, but that ain't going nowhere. You can pry that on my cold, dead hands.
Compton says, I'm still waiting for the PRS 15 review. He says he loves his.
Oh, I think I did one.
PRS 15?
Yeah, I did the PRS 15 several months ago.
There you go. Just search through the shows.
Yeah, I did a live stream, but I am going to do a dial-in with it. I had the dial-in for the Engel started, and I'm still working on it. Both times that I sat down here to play it, I couldn't play.
Yeah.
You ever have those nights where, like, I don't know if you singers deal with that, but you can't hit a good note if your life depended on it.
Yeah, you've been with me for so long. You've been at practices.
Well, I'm not going to say, remember all those times you sucked? That's how I felt.
You usually don't have to tell me. I can feel it. I know it's not coming out tonight.
No, that's kind of how it is with me. Some nights I get down here and, like, I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm the worst person to be one because I'm the furthest thing from perfect. So I suck. So, like, I come down here some nights, and I'm trying to play this stuff, because the thing that goes through my mind is, this is there forever.
Yeah.
I'm putting this up forever.
Yeah.
It's not live, so I have a chance to do another take.
Yeah.
So I'm going to nitpick the crap out of it, and I'm trying to add some sort of credibility to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because if I'm not adding credibility to it, and if I play crappy, it takes away from any kind of validity that I have in what I'm saying. So I've really been struggling to get this video done because, like I said, every time I sit down to play, I'm like, it just sounds like crap. I hit every note but the right ones. So, or I'll get halfway through, and then I'll just completely crap the bed. And I'm like, I'm almost there. Oh, and I'm like, I gotta do it. Yeah. So, but I will get it done. I will.
Let's see. Brent Nelson, thank you for the super chat.
Hey, what's up, man? I hope you're. Hope I hope you don't mind me saying this. He had a construction accident.
Oh no!
Messed up his finger really bad.
Oh, I think you showed me pictures. Did he send you some pictures?
Yeah, it was bad. So I hope he said today he messaged me. He said he's going to try to play today and see if he can. But he also sent me updates on his construction process. Dude, his house looks amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I hope you're healing well.
Yes.
Scott Fulmer says, for the money, the EVH Gores for the win. Gores. Maybe he mistyped.
Probably.
The EVH for the win.
Goes for the win, maybe. Is the Stealth?
Maybe.
Yeah, the Stealth is pound for pound, like one of the best purchases you can make. It's just a great amp. It really is. I mean, it does everything that it's supposed to do.
Brett Murphy says, you still need a Fender tweet to break up that walk of black.
The walk of black. Oh, yeah. Well, I actually have...
maybe he means wall of black.
Yeah, the Chariotone is completely white with black piping. So that thing's going to stand out big time.
Yeah, it does.
It's a classy looking amp,
Dean Harkness wants to know if I'm going to sing tonight.
Oh.
What'd I tell you?
What'd you tell me? She will soon. Today was kind of a... It was a chill day. Yeah, and we didn't have...
we just didn't feel like practicing, honestly.
We just did a bunch of other... a bunch of other setups, and we were digging through comments and getting everything ready, and I helped her run errands today, so when you got here... So she's like, oh, hop in, we got errands to run. I'm like, okay. So we got some errands done, and came back here and got set up, and here we are. So not a lot of time to set up tonight for that. I mean, it takes a while when she sings. We got to come down here and sound check. I got to kind of refamiliarize myself with the song, and we got to record it a bunch of times with the software and listen back and make sure that the mix is good, you know. So, yeah, I wish it was simpler, but it's not.
Dean says I was drunk, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you saying that, Dean. I was drunk, so.
I was drunk.
Aluminum Fetish. I have a JJ Junior on order. Should be back in stock tomorrow. I'm super nervous. I paid similar money for a THD bivalve 30 back in the day. It's a lot of loot for me. Hope it delivers the goods.
Yeah, I hope it does for you too. You know, I can't really say for you if it would or wouldn't. What I can say, I mean, they're good amps. I mean, let's just face it, they're good amps. What I can say though is, if you're okay with that price and you want to get something, let's just say the JJ Junior doesn't work for him. Let's just pretend for a second it doesn't, because it could very well do that for you. It could be, you could plug into it and be like, this is exactly what I want, you know. So, and only you can make that decision. But if it doesn't, I would highly suggest looking at the Cherrytone stuff, because very affordable, and the options, the switches, all the modes and the different things, you haven't heard it yet. I got it upstairs. Maybe I'll play for you tonight. But all the great stuff that those amps have to offer, and it's 100 watts. You can get a 50 as well, but 100 watts, you're looking at $1,350, and it's a boutique amp. It's built by hand, and I'm telling you, like, again, I'm not trying to say don't get the JJ. I'm sure you have a really good chance of liking it, but I'm just saying, if you don't, that's a good consideration for you.
Jay's ripping on me. He says Tweety Bird needs perfect conditions to grace us with her golden pipes.
Tweet, bitch.
Right? Tweet, bitch. Yeah. Bark, bark. Bark, bark, man. Bark, bark. Aluminum Fetish. I know you were torn about it. I may not get the gain levels you need, or it may not get the gain levels you need.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is it's it barely had enough gain, and what I mean by gain is like aggression too.
Yeah.
Like there's aggression, saturation, and gain. All three of those kind of go in the same kind of knob, and it just barely had enough.
Tweet, bitch. I think that one's gonna be around to stay.
Probably.
My poor children. I'm sorry, children.
Cheering. But yeah, I mean, it barely made it for me. You know, but I mean, the Friedman stuff is great. It really is. But Dave doesn't really make amps yet for like full-blown metal players. He has amps that will do metal if you push them really hard. But they're not really made for metal players, because you can tell the aggression's not there. But if you really like that nice articulate thing that they do, I mean, dude, the one thing I liked about it when I was doing my sweeps and stuff, you could hear every note so well. I mean, it was like, wow. I mean, if you do it right, you're like, wow, I sound amazing. If you do it wrong, you're like, I suck, you know? So it's like Dave Weiss says, we don't have note hiding technology in our amps. I mean, everything comes out. So
yeah,
some guys really love that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I like it too, but I'm not good enough to, really gravitate toward. Thanks for agreeing so quickly. Yeah.
Marty Five says it sounds like less errands and more songwriting time.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Next week we ain't running no errands. We're going to be working on songs.
Brent Nelson says I super glued my finger and I can play. He super glued it back together.
Sweet, man.
Nice.
Hey.
Who knew, right?
That's how we did it back in the day. We just put a little dirt on it, some super glue, and went back to work.
Jay says, sorry, Carrie, what comes around goes around, my friend. And then he said, I had the full 100-watt JJ and already like what I heard from the Cherrytone better.
Yeah, the Cherrytone's it's just, again, it all depends on what you like. So, I mean, but that's the only reason why I bring up that amp is because it's in that family.
Yeah.
It's a different version of it, but man, I'm telling you, like, it's the thing I really like about the Cherrytone is it's very full. There's a lot of fullness there. and it still gives you that articulation. So.
Oh, Dean Harkness. That's a really nice compliment. He says, Carrie, I'm requesting your singing for a reason. It's awesome as in the reason sailors crash their ships into the rocks.
Ooh, she is kind of a siren. Yeah, thank you for the compliment.
Well, you really will love the episode when we do our...
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Right now?
Yeah.
So we were going to do an episode possibly next week or the week after.
Yes.
Depending on when the recording is done.
Yep.
But we were going to talk about our experience in the studio.
Yep.
And we were just going to debut the recordings. You've heard us play and sing these songs on the channel already, but we just wanted to get them professionally recorded and keep them.
Yes, and keep them. Yeah.
No,
so
we wanted to share them with you guys.
Yeah. We're going to hide them.
Yeah.
So there's 3 songs we're doing. What are they again? My Immortal.
Yeah, we did My Immortal. We did two versions. We did a really tough metal version of it. It has a really cool breakdown in it that you'd never heard before.
Yep.
And then we did an acoustic version of it as well.
Yep. And then we also did...
we did a
Here
cover
Comes the Rain Again.
Of the Eurythmics, Here Comes the Rain Again.
Yeah. And it's all in the studio. And this time with these acoustic versions, there's a bass player that joined us on it.
Metal too. He was on the metal version, but
yeah,
he's on all 3.
Yeah, but they're not. I'm just saying that because he's never here with us when we go live.
But he was gonna come for this episode.
Yes.
He's gonna be here with us, and
he's an amazing bass player, and he played his butt off on these songs. And he's
There's
not your
bass solo on the acoustic version of My Immortal.
My Immortal, yeah. He's not your typical bass player. He's one of those guys that.
I've been begging him for years to do a solo album.
Yeah.
He plays the bass like a piano. It's gorgeous.
Yep. The stuff he does is really cool. And he's one of those guys that, like, he'll play something, and instead of, like, you know, like the typical thing where, like, you write a song, and then he comes in and finds where the kick drum is, and then weaves his way around there and kind of accents. He could do that, but he's one of those guys that comes in and lays down something by himself with nothing else. And you become his accompaniment because you're like, oh, I want to play to that. So he's one of those guys, and it's like it's amazing to play and write with him because he's very.
I remember the first time that we locked in with him on one of our original songs.
Yeah.
It brought me to tears.
It did. Yep.
She's
just
over there sat there. Yeah. I mean, when I was singing, I knew it was good, but then when Jarrod starts his solo, and I don't know if we're saying his name yet, but when John, he starts doing his thing underneath, it's like these 2 melodies combine, and it's a perfect match.
It was just beautiful. You know, and he's very aware of the song and what's going on around him. He's not Mr. Follow the kick drum. I mean, he could do that, but he weaves all this other tapestry in there as well.
And when he plays, his fingers are extended.
He's got the longest fingers, man. He's got like spider fingers. It's crazy.
It's beautiful to watch.
Yep.
Dean Harkness says, I used to hate My Immortal because was going through a divorce. Then I saw Amy Lee in that scene by the fountain, right?
All of a sudden you liked it.
I think that's a different song. I don't think that was the My Immortal. It was the first one that we did with Rain. It was, my brain sucks. Wake Me Up.
Bring Me to Life.
Bring Me to Life.
Yeah, we did that.
That was, yes. Don't hate on Evanescence, though.
That solo that you guys hear when the Tone Wars is coming with the flames, I actually took that and cut and pasted it over top of that. That's the solo I played. Well, it's part of the solo I played in that song when we recorded it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sven says, Jarrod, have you ever had any experience with a pedal that doubles the sound of the guitar?
Yes.
The Mimic Doubler pedal.
Yes, I have. Those are awesome. In fact, John Petrucci uses that live. And they really work and they sound great. And so I use, this guy right here? This is my, no, I can't think. What is this called?
2 notes.
2 notes, thank you.
You're welcome. Look, I did this for you.
You did something.
Hey, wait a second.
So the 2 notes, Captor X8, this one here has the same kind of feature in it. It's called Twin Track. And it gives you this cool little separation. And as soon as you turn it on and hear it in your in-ears, you're like, whoa, remember that we did that episode with it? We swapped in-ears, and then you heard it, and it sounded so huge.
Yeah, mine was kind of crappy.
Yeah, so we had to use mine. Yeah, so it just, it's a great feature, especially live. You sound like two guitar players because there's that little bit of delay, and that's how when you double track or you get two different guitar players, everybody's not playing everything exact. So you get that little bit of variance, and it makes it sound big. Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice. Great
Mark
feature.
says, I almost pulled the trigger on a tan crock-covered Roadster, and it still haunts me to this day.
Oh, man.
Turn the amp backwards, and the scary display of tubes and the thought of retubing concerned me.
Dude. No, I get it, but with the Roadster is definitely a jackknife. It's just, there's so many things it'll do. I mean, I can switch, this is a multi-watt, so I can switch the watts from 50 to 100, and I can switch from 6L6 to ELs. You know, I can switch the tubes whenever I want, and there's a bias switch. All you have to do is switch it to EL or 6L6. You don't have to bias them, you don't have to do anything, and what a great feature that is, you know?
Marty5 says also slap a True Tone amp to an acoustic with a mic piezo and you'll write forever.
Oh, yeah.
He says, sorry, Tonewood amp.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff there, man.
Jim Siebens in the house.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Jim.
What's happening?
Aaron Lucas. Jarrod, any chance you'd try the Zoom G11? So far, I'm hearing it's not very good. Well, why would you try it then, silly?
Silly. No, I'll try it. I mean, if someone's got one, I'll try it, you know, and give you my honest opinion on it, you know. I got no problem with that. I mean, the thing is like I use the HELIX for all my 4-cable stuff, and it does such a great job. So any other product that I use has its work cut out for it because, like, literally, this thing's been my workhorse. I'm pointing at it like you guys can see it, but you can't, it's right here. Ugh. So, like, this thing has been a complete workhorse for me. It's just performed perfectly every time. It just does everything I want it to do, and I can hook up all my pedals. Look at all the pedals I got. I can use pedals. I can use the Infex and the HELIX. It switches things. I mean, it's just so great. So if I do try that Zoom, I mean, that's the benchmark right there is a HELIX, so it's got to live up to that.
Jay says, Jarrod, let the folks know how you like the Oxbow.
Oh, yeah, we tried that when he brought it over, the Oxbox. Dude, that thing was awesome. It was really cool. We tried it through his headphones. He had these really cool Sennheiser headphones that you can hear the outside and the inside. So we tried that, and it sounded incredible. Really rich, really thick. It had a great sound. And we tried it through my studio monitors as well upstairs. And, man, that thing, I would recommend that to anyone. What a great piece of gear. That was awesome.
Brent Nelson. Jarrod, are you working on the Myths episode? You got some myths you want to talk about?
Oh, yes, I am.
Like Mythbusters?
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much for bringing that up. I got to do a Myths episode. I'm trying to title it properly. Like, you know how, like, I hear it all the time, like, whether it's in comments or I'm live, you know, the things that guitar players say all the time that I want to kind of give some perspective on it. You know, like, oh, you use too much gain, or you don't need an overdrive pedal, or you need
I feel like you talk about that in every episode.
But I want to do a whole, like, thing about it, you know? Yeah. And then there's other things, like, you know, it's not things that a lot of people believe it, and for the wrong reasons, but even things that will help people get over a hump. Like, some people say, like, in order for you to become a great guitar player, you have to learn theory. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And I want to kind of have an episode where I debunk all that stuff, but prove it as well. Because believe it or not, like, most of your guitar heroes don't know jack squid about theory. They don't know anything. They literally don't. And they all live in a van down by the river. So, yeah, they don't know anything. They literally don't. I've seen George Lynch's, I have his Scary Licks DVD in the gym there. And, yeah,
at least it's not a VHS.
Yes, exactly. So, like, in the outtakes, he has a guitar teacher sitting across from him. This is George Lynch's instructional video. Yeah. And I'm not dragging George. I think George is amazing. But George is proof that you don't need to know theory to be a great guitar player, because he's an amazing guitar player, and he doesn't know anything as far as theory goes. He really doesn't. So he's like, okay, we're going to go over to this, and this riff I'm playing is in the key of, you know, whatever he said, and then the guitar teacher's like, it's actually B minor. Oh, Okay, it's in the key of B minor, you know, and it's like he doesn't even know, but, and I'm not dragging the guy. I'm just saying, because I'm the kind of guy, just show me the riff. Show me how to play this riff, teach me riffs. I'll figure out where I can put them, and my ears will tell me that, you know. So there's just things I want to talk about in that episode. I think it would be kind of fun to do.
Sorry about the yawn.
That's all right.
Steve Evenchek. Yes, we have heard of Lacuna Coil. Another very cool band.
Oh, yeah.
Similar to
Yes.
Evanescence.
We saw them. Did we see them at Machine Shop? We did. We saw them at Machine Shop. They wore all white. Yeah, we were there that night.
Was that when Star
Set?
Was that?
No,
that
that was a completely different night.
different night?
We saw Lacuna Coil.
We did?
Yep.
I know I've seen them on YouTube. But if you say so.
Yep, we were there. Yep.
Yeah, I like them as well. They're a little heavier.
Yeah,
than
they're kind of
Evanescence.
they're kind of heavier, and they got the dude and the chick singing, and
he
they had
screams a lot.
Yeah.
He hollers and screams a
yeah.
lot. Growls.
It was good though. It was a
But
good
yeah.
show.
She's a really good singer.
Yep.
Let's see. Marty 5, like changing tubes will improve the sound of your amp, only if they're broken. Jay, myth or fact, playing guitar with an Arnold accent makes you better. Fact. Dave Walls, first time I've caught the stream in a long time. Hi from Scotland. I remember you.
That's
Yeah.
right. What's up, buddy? Good to see you here. Thank you.
The Terror Beyond. Although I graduated from music school, I tend to play for feel and let my ear lead me rather than theory.
Yeah, I mean theory. I'm not, and so to clarify too. Thanks for commenting, Tony. The thing is, the theory's great. It really is.
Did you say Tony?
Yeah, that's his name, Tony.
Who?
The
Terror Beyond?
Terror Beyond. Yeah.
Oh, his name's Tony?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, do you really think his name's the Terror Beyond?
No, but this is the dude that you bought the
Yeah.
Shirito from. Okay. I just never mind. I thought you thought that I said Tony.
Hello, kids. We have a new kid in school today. He just moved here from Missouri. What's your name? The Terror Beyond.
Just like you big dummy.
I'd be
That
like,
would
bro,
be
you can
hilarious.
sit right here by me. That guy's gonna be cool.
You big dummy is here.
Oh, what's up, man?
He says he usually plays in the key of F for fail.
Hey, that was me for the last 2 days.
We got a couple people mentioning Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, yeah.
He was the same way.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, and again, theory's amazing. I think if you want to learn theory, go do it. I highly recommend it. But
It does make things easier.
it makes things easier.
For sure.
But with me, the thing that not knowing theory has done for me is it's forced me to play and think and write outside of the box, because I call it's like the bumblebee theory. That's what I call it. Like the bumblebee, if in theory, should not be able to fly. Mm-hmm. It's too fat for its little wings. Mm-hmm. It can't. Like in theory, scientists have tried to figure out for years, like this fat thing should not be able to fly. Its wings are too small to carry it, but for some reason it can fly. It's a little clumsy, it flies kind of like a drunk bee, but it flies. So. And so with me, theory keeps me in that bumblebee mode where no one's told me I can't fly, so therefore I'm just going to fly and do my thing. And I'm also the kind of guy where I don't want to look down and see how high up I am, because that's when I start hanging on to things and I freeze. So I like not knowing what the rules are, so that I don't know if I'm breaking them or if I'm staying within. My ears are the rules. Yeah. Literally, my ears tell me, does this sound terrible? Yes or no. And sometimes it does, but I'm going for that. Like dissonant notes. Sometimes you want to hit a dissonant note.
There are times when he's playing something and I'm like, what? There's a thing in there. And he's like, no, it works. And I'm like, no. Yeah, it works like a giant turd. Yeah.
Well, there's notes, like, when you hit those together with the distortion, like that solo, you guys will hear it next week, the solo that I did on what's the name of that song? My Immortal. There's a dissonant note I hit in there on purpose, and it works. But see, in theory, the theory would say you're not supposed to hit that note. But for me, it's like, yeah, I am. I'll run in the halls. Don't tell me what the rules are, So, Yeah.
Let's see. I feel like there's been a bunch of comments. I gotta go figure out where we're at. Jay, myth or fact, warming up with the Tweety Bird voice makes you sing better.
It does.
Fact. It actually, I learned a little something new. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
learned
Z's.
Zing in the studio helps refresh and warm up your vocal cords. So I was struggling with some of the higher notes. It was it the last song that we did?
Yeah, you were getting tired.
I was getting really tired, and the engineer was like, okay, take a step back, and it's like, I just want you to go zzz, and I did it for a while, came back, nailed it.
Yep, nailed it. It was like your voice came right back.
Yep.
So, yeah, it really worked.
I love it. Let's see. Scott Fulmer, here's a trick. If you can play the minor scale, you can play the major scale by imagining the minor scale as I don't know, maybe you got cut off there. You big dummy. What about Woody Woodpecker? Marty 5, music theory is like grammar. Everything you heard and everything you want to say with music is your vocabulary in the language.
No, you're right. I play a lot of slang then.
Yeah. Gunnerman 54, Dimebag didn't know theory, and he's my favorite guitar player.
Dude, Dimebag
Scale.
is like awesome.
Yeah. Scott Fulmer says, scale as a Xerox on your neck. I hope that translates well. You big dummy. You guys see that Ozzy Osbourne revisited the 30th anniversary of Blizzard of Oz?
No, I didn't know that. Dude,
Jay,
I would totally look at that. I'd totally check that out. Thanks for letting us know.
So Jay says, so Jarrod is the drunken bumblebee of prog metal.
I kind of am, yes. Yep.
Mark says, I settled on a trim over black crock covered best amp I ever had these days. It's Kemper. Ooh,
oh,
sorry,
nice.
I know that sounded a little choppy. Best amp I ever had, but these days it's Kemper. Oh, there you go. That makes more sense.
Well, the Kemper is great. It really is a good tool, and we're going to talk about that in a few here. But first, why don't we release the Kraken?
Yeah.
Would you like to release the Kraken? Release the Kraken! Let me fire this bad boy up right here. And tonight, I'm not using an overdrive pedal. Big shocker, because there's an actual overdrive built in the Kraken, and it sounds killer. So I'm going to go ahead and just use that. I'll play a couple riffs, and we'll do the Sphinx. Here we go. It helps when you turn your wireless on. It's usually a big help. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's freaking killer amp, man. Just sounds amazing. Yeah, I plugged into it and I'm like, I still love it. I still freaking love it. Even after all these amps, I still think the Kraken is very freaking amazing. Yeah, I got the gate set pretty hard though. It was cutting off my notes a little bit, but that's okay. So let's do scooting around here. Let's do the booty scooty. Let's do the Sphinx and see what we got. Okay, boy. I had the gate set too high on this. Kept choking the amp.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear the notes dying? I'm like, what's going on?
What are you doing there?
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet amp, so I didn't need to have the gate set so high on it.
Jay says, Jarrod playing an amp without an overdrive is like crossing the streams when... Oh, my screen moved.
Oh, with the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, where'd it go?
Did you lose
It's like crossing the streams when you said crossing the streams would be bad.
No, it's the overdrive in here. It's actually a preamp focus is what it's called. So it's built-in kind of tightening option, and it works. It's really good, but for some reason I had the gate too high on the on this particular patch. It was choking it off here and there, but I just turned it off, so it should be good now.
Sven asked his question again. I think you answered it when he wasn't paying attention.
Oh, maybe.
He says, have you ever had any experience with a pedal that doubles the sound of the guitar, like Mimic the pedal?
Oh, yeah, the Mimic pedal, yes. I will have one on the show sometime.
He did answer that earlier.
Yeah, but quick recap, though. That same feature is in the 2 notes. And I used it on there, and I think it's freaking amazing, especially when you're using in-ears. It's like, whoa, It's like a whole new world.
Oh, look at you. We're
It's
switching
cool.
spots tonight.
Switching spots, yeah.
Let's see. Sean Casey, he said, hi, Carrie and Jarrod. Just got back from the casino.
What's up, man?
Said I won $400 and I'm drinking Samuel Adams Jack O' Pumpkin Ale.
Ooh, good for you, man.
Nice.
Congrats. Good to see you here, buddy.
Mark says,
awesome.
Did you see Pete Thorne's video recently on the Comet Ambicab? This seriously blew me away. It's a product that is a dry, wet cabinet.
Ooh, I'd love to check that out. I usually catch all of Pete Thorne's videos, but I must have missed that one. Thanks for the reminder. I'll be looking for it. Thank you.
While we were out doing errands.
Yeah, it's possible.
Dave Wall says, picked up a DT the other day. It's great value. You basically get the whammy 5 and the drop in one pedal. It was only, well, he's got some funky, is that a
Oh, it's in European. Yeah,
160
yeah. Euros.
fireballs.
It's 160 fireballs.
Marty 5
awesome,
says, when upgrading your rack back there, plan a space so we can see those beautiful Zilla and Mesa cabs.
Ooh, he's been paying attention. Yes, the Zilla is coming. It will be here tomorrow. So I will be doing a video with that very soon. And you're right, that Zilla needs to be front and center. Like I spent the money. Yeah, it's pretty. I got
a party.
Did I get the Wine Croc Tolex? Yeah. And it's just gonna be gorgeous, man. So we gotta figure out where we're gonna put that.
But you can't put it near my hair though.
Yeah, because you guys be fighting. No, my red's better than your red. Yeah, we'll have to. Maybe we'll use it for a footrest. We'll put our feet up on it.
No. The Terror Beyond says, nice playing, man. Although you don't know theory, you have stumbled upon the harmonic minor scale.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a crazy mode, isn't it? It's like that sexy mode. It's the crazy vampire-y kind of Transylvanian mode. That's what I call it, the Transylvanian mode, because it's just got that thing to it, you know? It just sounds amazing, so I love that mode a lot. And once you lock into that mode, it's a lot of fun to play the harmonic minor. It's beautiful. And my buddy TJ Richardson kind of showed me some really cool riffs in that mode too that I kind of use from time to time. So yeah, thank you for commenting. I appreciate it, Tony.
Steve Venchak says, I have the Mimic Mini, didn't do anything for me. Dean Harkness, I'm out, guys. Gotta rest up. See you next week. Dean must have had a rough week.
Good to see you, buddy.
New jobs.
Yeah, thanks for being here, buddy. All the best to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Gunnerman54, here's a little something. I will miss the next 3 shows as I'm going camping again. I'll be back, he says.
I'll be back.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, he's probably going to go hunting again. Yeah, awesome, dude.
Scott Fulmer, please try Heaven Gates Bourbon. Bob Dylan approved. Heaven Gates.
You know who just released a bourbon was Dragon's Milk.
Really?
Yep, they just released one. Yep.
Anything special about it that you know of?
I have no idea, but somebody posted on Facebook today that they were drinking it, and I'm like, well, they had it. Someone's like, well, how is it? He's like, I haven't had any
Yeah,
yet. I'm
yeah.
like, well, dude, don't be posting
Hopefully it
stuff
doesn't turn
without-
into a 3-note or 3-chord
Oh
song.
god, that 3-chord stuff was just...
Got a bottle and a half of it
Anybody want some
upstairs.
3-chord whiskey?
Come on over for some whiskey.
If you got a shoe leather finish, boy, that stuff is awesome. Tastes like shoes.
Marty 5. Paul is a cab master. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Paul's been great to work with, too. Like, he's been keeping me updated, and he's been really good to me. So, really, really professional guy.
Yeah.
And I love how he sends me the pictures
Oh,
of
that's
the cab.
the coolest. And then you send them to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, he sends the pictures, but the thing that's really great about his pictures is he's like, yeah, I'm sorry I suck at pictures. And I'm like, no, these are great because it's on his workbench.
Yes.
With all of his like tools and scraps of toilettes hanging behind it and all. And I'm just like, that is such a real picture.
Yeah.
Like, there's a hard-working guy just got done building me something with his hands and his talent and his brains and his experience and everything. And I could just tell, you can almost smell the workshop. And he like just set his tools down and snapped a picture and sent it to me. I'm like, dude, those are the best pictures.
Yeah.
You know, don't put it on a stage.
You don't
and-
have pictures of your other equipment being built like that.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
awesome.
Yeah, so to me, that was like the best picture you could have sent me. So I loved it. You know, I'll share those with you guys too when I go live with it.
We have another picture you need to share with them too.
What's that?
Your PV picture.
TV picture.
Yeah. Of you back with your first amp and
Oh, oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting
you
to
keep
do
forgetting
that.
every
Yeah,
week.
I'll
And
do it. I'll do it next week.
Jay says, Jarrod, when are you going to get that twin reverb out of the layaway?
It's on eternal layaway. We'll see. We'll see.
Brett Murphy, I've been wanting to try Basil Hayden's rye. A buddy of mine recommended it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey man, we'll try anything once, right?
I usually don't like rye whiskeys though.
Yeah. Wasn't there one that you did like though?
Not yet.
No? Okay. I thought there was.
No.
Isn't that what they put in Irish old fashions? Right?
Possibly.
Yeah, because whatever's in there is good. But there's a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We are caught up. Do you want to do the
I can do, let me do one more song on the Kraken, you know, because I mean,
Sure.
I fired it up. I might as well do
Yep.
two.
Fired it up.
Yeah, this is a great amp, guys. I mean, I still love it. I mean, you know what's funny is you acquire these amps and you play through them all and you do all this crazy stuff and sometimes you go back to revisit some amps and you feel like you've outgrown them or your tastes have changed and you're kind of like, remember that one beer you liked? And then you were like, oh, this is the best, Sinful
Yes.
Apple or whatever.
It was wine. It was 14 Hands Merlot with
Oh,
the
yeah.
horses.
Yep.
I was on a 2 or 3 year love affair with 14
Yep.
Hands Merlot. It was my go-to wine. And then someone that I worked with introduced me to Josh Cabernet.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I love Josh Cabernet, blah, blah, blah. But I tried to go back to my steady 14 Hands
It
Merlot
was like-
and tasted like garbage.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
It's- Isn't it weird how that happens?
Your eyes get opened up to the next level and suddenly...
Yeah, you don't want to ever go back.
Yeah.
So, you know, but that's, you know, it's a good analogy for like what happens here sometimes. You play all these amps and then you go back to something that you started with and you're like, wow, is it broke or is
Yeah.
it like, did I set it up wrong? And you're like, man, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
And it happens because you get next level and then you just can't go back, you know? And so it, you know, it always worries me, not because I doubt these amps, but, you know, there's that passing thought of like, am I still going to like this? And man, this Kraken is amazing. Sounds really good still. So,
Ooh, Mookie TC says, hey Jarrod, purchased the slow Kemper pack. He's been enjoying it all day. Great tones captured here.
oh,
Cheers.
thanks, man.
Thanks for
Thank you.
mentioning that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That really means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know, when you create something and somebody enjoys it like
Yeah.
that. Seriously, dude, right here, man. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. I spent a lot of time on those packs. And in fact, they're all on sale. I knocked either some of them are $10 off, some of them are $5 off, and you get the free JJ, you know, junior pack with them all too. So right now. So I did it today. I just kind of went down here and I'm like, because I don't want to switch them out again to take the JJ pack out. I'm like, I'll just put them on sale. Screw it. You know, I need to trying to build up a little bit of revenue so I can do some more improvements around here, and I figured that would be a good way to do it. So if you're a Kemper fan and you like the stuff that I do, I very much appreciate it. I mean, go get yourself a pack. They're on sale from either $5 to $10 off, depending on the pack, and they all come with a free full pack of the JJ Junior amp. So
There you go.
yeah, so it's a good pack for you. Good deal.
Good eye.
Good die. So let's do a couple more riffs on the Kraken.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on, right? Okay.
Seems like it.
Fire this bad boy up, and I'll do another mix. 1 second.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, not bad, huh? Yeah, that gosh, that amp just freaking kills, man. It's a great amp. That's a keeper for sure. I mean, after all this time, I mean, I would never sell that anyways. It has way too much sentimental value. I couldn't sell it. It's not even legal for me to do that because of how I got it, you know, from Mr. Jerry Chris. You know, I would never.
Oh,
yeah,
I wouldn't let
that.
you do that.
No. So, anyways,
That's
that
your only
amp's
gray one.
yeah, that amp's never going to be on the chopping block, but it's still.
Never,
you know,
never, ever.
Yeah, it's still just a freaking amazing amplifier.
Let's see. Oh, Scott Fulmer says, love the use of the flanger there. We got a couple of wine suggestions.
Thank you.
He also suggested Joel Gott Cabernet. It's great for the money. Joel, G-O-T-T.
Oh, yeah. We've seen that before. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Thank you.
And then Jay says, A to Z Pinot Noir is my favorite wine. He loves it.
He brought that over once, and it was good. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I like it?
Yeah, you did. Yep.
I typically don't like Pinot Noirs
Yep,
either.
but you like that
They're too
one.
light.
Yep, you like that one.
But,
That was a
yeah.
good one.
I will try it again.
Why not, right?
The last time he brought over something that I said I didn't like, I liked it too. So
That's right. Yeah, it was good.
He has good taste.
Yep, he does. You can trust Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. We're caught up. Do you want to go over the one comment that you sent me?
Yes. Let's go over that real quick.
All right. Where is it?
Somewhere deep in your phone.
This is what you sent me. Is that
So
what
it's
you
the-
wanted to?
Can I expand that? I think it should be the top one.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is me. But okay, so from Anthony Simpson a day ago. Yeah, this is me, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. So looking forward to it. That's not what you want.
Yeah, it is. So looking forward to watching this, and it's about the rabbit hole.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So remember that
You know what?
episode?
That flopped so hard. I'm so sorry.
Let's do it again. All
right.
again. All right.
So one day
Take
ago,
two.
Anthony Simpson said,
What did
"Yes,
he say?
this is me, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. So looking forward to watching this. How to avoid the amp modeler profile rabbit hole."
There we go. Thank you. Take two. Take two
You're
is
fired,
much better.
Carrie.
And
I'm
you're,
like,
and
for
you're
real?
rehired.
What?
So like and thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of that, Anthony. I really do. Yeah, so the whole rabbit hole thing and all that, and I think that minimally you should find something really helpful, for him on that journey, because you know how it is. I mean, all us guys that have modelers, profilers and all that stuff, there's a rabbit hole, and it's just so confusing sometimes, because with an amp, you just, you have a row of knobs and maybe some switches, but you have a row of knobs and a couple switches, and everything that you do with that amp is real. It's all based on reality. It's all based on real circuits, real tubes, and how everything works together. And there's no guessing as to like, yeah, this sounds better, but does it sound like a real amp? That's never in your head, because, well, it's a real amp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's no guessing. And with modelers, profiles, all that stuff, I mean, I think the closest thing you'll ever get to a real amp is a profiling, unit, because I just think it sounds more real. I've done the profiles down here, and I know I've done the back and forth, and it sounds great. But it's still a mic'd up version of an amp as opposed to an amp in a room. So, but the thing is with amps is that, there's really, again, there's no guessing.
Yeah.
It's just which amp do you like the best.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know. I'm confused on it. But every time I plug into
He's
any
an
one of
options
these,
guy.
yeah, I'm an options guy. But every time I plug into any of these, I love them. I love them all. Seriously, I plugged in the
Just
Kraken.
like having
it was amazing.
different kids. You have multiple kids,
Yeah.
and you love them all
Yep. And you
the
do
same
different.
and differently.
And you do different things with your kids.
Yes.
Like when you and your daughter go out, it's a different day
Yes.
or night than when you and your son go out.
Yes.
It's a completely different thing. So, yeah. So it's the same kind of thing, So, daughters and sons, it just depends. So,
You should tell everybody if you think they're boys or girls. Which is a boy, which is a girl. What's your rectifier there? Your roadster.
Oh, that's a boy.
That's a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a total dude.
What about the Victory Kraken?
The Victory Kraken,
What does it feel like to you?
I think it's a dude. I think
Yeah.
they're all dudes. I don't have any girl
You
amps.
don't have any girl amps?
No.
You don't have any that make you feel that way?
Well, that way.
They make you feel differently.
The Engel Channel 3
Yeah.
is a vampirist.
There you go.
Yeah, the Channel 3 on the Engel is a vampirist. So it's a girl, but she's a vampire. Yeah, every time I play that channel and play a solo on it, I'm like, please make me live forever. Bite me right here, baby.
Forever, really?
Hey, as long as I get to play that all the time, I'm good. So, yeah.
We have another comment from JF Riley 6 days ago. He says, "Hi guys, I didn't see my comment read live on Sunday, but I'm on a work trip and got to watch in my hotel room today."
Ah, cool.
He says, "Thanks so much for covering it. I own a Mesa Mark 535 and want to add a Stealth to my collection. I didn't want to have to build a whole new rig, so I think the HX Effects Plus OD pedal and the Digitech Drop Tuner, great pedal, is the way to go. Keep up the great work, and thanks again."
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed your trip and enjoyed the episode. And thanks for commenting. I mean, yeah, the stealth is a no-brainer. You know, it's just, it falls into the category of no-brainer amps. Like, just buy it. It's like, just go get one. They're just incredible. I think that anybody, it's like I said before, if it was a vehicle, it would either be a speedboat, a dune buggy, or a go-kart, because it's just a blast to play. It's just so much fun, you know. And yeah, the HX effects with a couple of extra pedals would be perfect for any amp, you know, would work really well with it.
Marty 5, I still think Carrie should get a black princess with In Temptation dress for her next song. You know, Marty 5, you're not far. I was invited to a Halloween party today, and I was thinking of being like a gothic bride or something, like a giant black tulle. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we could work that out.
That's right up your alley too. Yep.
I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself gothic.
No, but you have kind of like an edgy side to you.
Tendency. With edgy tendencies.
With a hint of darkness to it.
Yeah.
It's shadowy. Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see. Helix Cabana Boy. Have you tried using the 2 notes instead of having to mic up your cab for the show? Wouldn't that be easier, quicker, and more consistent?
Good question, and thanks again for. I know Darren's probably at the breakfast table watching, so thanks for being here, buddy. I hope you're enjoying your breakfast with your morning show.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're at in the world, where either your morning show or your evening hang. So, good question. I usually use the 2 notes for when I'm doing my Kemper profiles, and I use it for a load box when I'm doing DI profiles. That's the main reason why I bought it. But the side benefit is, yeah, you can go plug in direct and go direct with it without miking the cab. But that said, my cab is mic'd, and the mics just stay there. That's holy ground. We don't go near it.
No touching.
No touching.
Don't even look at it.
Yeah, don't even look at it. You know, it's very, like, I'm very picky about it. So, like, all I have to do is just really plug the cab, or the amp into the cab. Yeah, the cab into the amp, and I'm done. You know, and it's just a matter of how loud the amp's going to be. And but it's a good thought. Like, if I was to go do a show, like, you know, at a venue or something like that, or a clinic, it would be tempting to bring the 2 notes because I wouldn't have to bring the cabs. I can go directly into the PA and I'm done. So it's a good thought, and it's something I would definitely entertain, and I will be using it from time to time on the show.
Dave Buckner says, any interest in the harder stuff? Lots of challenging stuff in the faster side of the death metal world.
Yes, I love super fast picking and like crazy riffs, like the Ola England type stuff and all that. I love that. I'm working on a song for you guys right now that's kind of along those lines.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to expand things. I actually have a blues song that I'm working on too. So I got blues, I got like some little darker, heavier stuff, and then I got some weird stuff coming your way as well. That's kind of like bluesy, genty kind of stuff, but it's just, I've already played part of it.
Disconnected and weird.
Yeah, just stuff, and a lot of it really comes from me using tire kicking riffs to check out amps. So when I'm checking an amp out, I want to see what the amp does, and it's like, does it have good note separation? Is it full? Does it do palm mutes really well? Does it pick up the fast picking articulation? And then I'll make something musical out of it, so I can do a riff that just sounds good and it's fun to play. Then I just turn it into a song for you guys. It's pretty much how it works.
The Terror Beyond says frantic disembowelment, Cannibal Corpse equals ungodly difficult. I'm assuming those are going to be death metal bands.
Oh yeah, Cannibal Corpse is a total death metal song. Yeah. The death metal band, yeah. Cannibal Corpse.
Dave Buckner says, good example. Paul's drumming is boring though. He doesn't like Paul's drumming. Steve Evenchek, drop tune pedal is right behind you, worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, they're nice. Reason why I don't use it that much anymore is because I just tuned all my guitars to whatever tunings I need. But yeah, if you were to take a guitar like on the road, let me just put it this way. If you were to go on the road and you didn't want to bring all your guitars, that drop tune pedal will save your butt because you don't have to bring them all. That'll
save your butt.
Save your butt. Save your rear ends. Yeah.
Neil Blue says Dr. Chug's Blues.
Dr. Chug's Blues.
Dr. Chug's Blues. Helix Cabana Boy, have you found an IR in the 2 notes that sounds close to your cab in the room?
Good question. I haven't compared them yet. I've only used the two notes once on this channel for like a live stream, and that's when I reviewed it. So I'll have to do that again. Maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll revisit the two notes.
Yeah. Unless our music is ready.
Yes, unless our music's ready, then we'll have a listening party.
Yeah.
We'll have fun with talking about our studio experience and stuff like that. I'm trying to get the engineer Paul to come on with us. So, but
really?
Yeah, why not? You know, have some fun with it. You know, but what was I going to say? Yeah, I'll try to have that on again sometime soon and see if we can compare them. Because I can do that. I can actually switch back and forth. It's a lot of work, but I'll make it work.
We're caught up with the comments, and I've read all my viewer comments. So.
Ah, cool. Well, I wanted to go over that one more thing, which was, there were two more things. So the one thing was, how do I feel about modelers now, after all the experience that I've had with all these wonderful, ridiculously awesome amplifiers? And do I still, feel the same about them? Do I still love them? And, I've kind of come, have I come full circle, blah, blah, blah. And then I want to talk about what I'm going to review this Wednesday. So what I will say is, if you're curious about modelers or profilers or whatever, and you're wanting to get them for a convenience reason, I think you should get them for convenience reasons. I mean, like if we were to do a show like next week, what do you think I would bring?
If we were going to do a show next week?
Yeah,
Kemper?
Yeah, you're right. I would bring the Kemper, I would bring that because it's just a lot easier for me, especially in, this area. There's a lot of quick changeovers on stage and all that kind of stuff. And it really makes things so much freaking easier for us, So I would bring that, because it's convenient. But does it mean that I prefer that over a real amp? No, I prefer my amps. I love my amps, but for convenience sake, I'll bring a Kemper to a show because I just don't want to deal with all the stuff, Now,
if we were playing in an arena, you'd probably bring.
I'd bring an amp.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think I'm going to park this Engel or any of these amps or these amps, and leave them at home if I'm playing a show that's big enough? Like, let's say even if it's just a club. Like if we were playing at Diesel or Machine Shop or whatever, Token, but it was a packed house, I'd probably bring one of these because it'd be worth the effort because it's like, oh, it's a big show, it's packed, and I should probably wear my best, But on a night where it's just a local show and we know the turnout's going to be the typical whatever it's going to be.
Other bands.
Yeah, other bands playing for bands and maybe 10 other people. I'm not bringing all that stuff for that. It's just not worth it to me. Sorry, but just being honest, it's not worth it.
You don't have to apologize. It's your choice.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry then.
The Terrabien says, I love my Kemper, but I only record with my real amps.
Yeah, it's just there's something that they do that's just insane. So if you got a chance to bring a real amp or play in a room with a real amp, you should always pick the real amp. You really should. Now, my Kemper is upstairs. I use it a lot for writing. Mm-hmm. So when I'm writing solos, how my stereo system is, I got a stereo system upstairs. I got two speakers for the front. I got the whole 5.1, whatever, 7.8 Dolby crap, whatever it is. But I also have studio monitors on top. So the guitar and the backing track are coming from the same source area. So it's easier for me to write, and I got the backing track going. I can write my solos to it. And anytime because I don't know theory, anytime I get stuck on a note, a chord, or a changeover or a couple chords, I can loop those chords or that chord in the Kemper and write the part over that while the part is just recycling. And I don't have to keep rewinding the backing track to that. I could just use it. So it's a great tool to help me write songs and practice. It's a convenient tool for traveling and stuff like that. But same thing with the HELIX. It's a great tool. I pair it with my amps, and I'll tell you, I'm grateful for it every time. It's one of those things that I literally have to every once in a while turn this thing on and go, I'm so grateful for this thing, because it just does so many great things with my gear, and it's one of the best things you can use to pair with your amplifiers. But does that mean you should get rid of your amps and just go digital? No, I highly recommend that you do not do that. Do not sell all your amps and go full digital, because when you do that, you're moving further and further away from reality, and you won't realize how far away you are from it until one day somebody comes up and says, dude, your tone is terrible. Like, it doesn't sound real anymore. You sound like you have plastic guitar sound, and it's just awful. You know, it's because you tweaked and tweaked and tweaked further and further away from... I've done it. I'm guilty of it. I did it in the past, and I learned my lesson. Why do you think I'm overdoing it with surrounding myself with amps right now? So if you're going to go digital and use it for convenience reasons, travel, and like the stuff that I mentioned, writing and whatever, do it. I highly recommend that you do have that in your toolbox. But don't sell all your amps. If you got to sell a couple of them, whatever, do what you got to do. But keep at least a couple favorites or one favorite around to keep yourself grounded in what reality is. So that anytime you have any doubts at all, whether or not you have dialed in something properly on your digital platform, you have the real thing to compare it to. And it keeps you grounded and from having crappy tone. So...
Steve Avenchuk says, there is no doubt that you have the best YouTube channel out there. He can't stop following.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You're too kind. I, seriously, dude, very much appreciate that.
Marty5 says, pay peanuts, get monkeys on stage, bring a real amp, and mic up the cab. Monkey trips the mics on the cab. Go Helix. Go Kemper.
That happens from time to time. I mean, it really
Sometimes
depends.
your singer trips over.
Yeah. You haven't done that yet, have you?
Not to that, but I've tripped over cords on stage.
Yeah.
Nearly broke my ankle.
Oh, was that
That's
at the...
when I stopped wearing thin heels.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll wear wedges, but no more thin heels.
No more thin heels. Yeah. I remember that day. That was a video shoot, wasn't it?
Shoot.
Yeah. Everybody...
I landed so hard on my knees.
Oh.
Yeah, that was during a video shoot. Yeah.
Yep.
Walked across the stage and my heel right in the... I stepped
Right in the
on the
crack or
cord.
something,
No,
right?
I stepped on
Oh.
a cord and it went... And I went down hard. And we were filming.
Yep.
Making a video, and I just had to keep going, you know. Luckily, he wasn't filming me. Everybody saw it, like the audience.
I didn't see it. You just told me afterwards.
The audience saw it, but he wasn't focused on me,
Oh.
so it didn't get
I was going to say, that would have been some good blackmail material.
Yeah, yeah, especially, yeah. Since I had a dress on.
Yeah, that was probably... People got dinner and a show.
Scott Palmer
Yeah.
says, I didn't know the Kraken didn't have a built-in overdrive. I'm changing my mind about the EVH Stealth.
Oh yeah, it's right here, buddy. It's you know what? Let me do this. I'll show you what it sounds like. So let me do this. It really does freaking work too. It's a great. It's one of the few overdrives that are built into something that I actually like. Let me fire this up. 1 second. So it's on now. I'll turn it off and then I'll turn it back on. Oh yeah, it's a good overdrive, especially keep in mind the mics add a little bit of gain because that's just the nature of mics, but it does work really well. It's a great overdrive.
Marty5 says, tripping on heels, Carrie, that's just called a power dip to connect with the fans. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was power dipping.
Power
trying to
dipping.
connect.
Oh, you connected with some, I'm sure. Depending on the angle they Fans for life!
Our keyboardist was dying.
Oh,
I was
really?
walking towards, I think it was on my way to play a
Oh.
part on the keyboard or something, and
She
boy,
lost it, huh?
she lost it. I was embarrassed, but we just kept going. We
And
just
it
had
was-
to keep going.
It was the video for Fallen.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of it.
Yep.
Oh, God.
How ironic.
How
Yeah,
ironic.
but that
If only I could sing that song. That song just was not written for me to sing. Only
I
my
know.
part in it.
I'm going to use part of it for
You should. You
for
should
the show.
bring that solo back.
Yeah,
Do it
I'm
for
gonna.
'em.
I'll bring it back for sure for you guys. I'm actually working on it.
Because you wrote that on your Ibanez, right?
Yeah, I wrote it on the Ibanez.
So which guitar would you have to use?
I would use the Red Majesty.
The Red Majesty.
Yeah. Yep. It's almost ready to present to the show again. That was a crazy solo. Learning that again was like, what did I do? Why did I do it?
Awesome solo.
Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy solo. Some good moments in there. So I just got to remember it all. But yeah. So I mean, the Kraken. Let me go over the features
Is
for
that
you.
purple light on the Kraken?
Yeah, it's like a purple. Yeah.
You can't get rid of that.
Yeah. Oh no, I wouldn't anyway. But
I know you wouldn't.
yeah.
But you really wouldn't.
No. So what was I going to say? Oh, so I will do a dial-in on the Kraken very soon. After I get the one done for the Engel. But you have MIDI everything. Every switch on here is controlled by MIDI. The channels, everything controlled by MIDI. You have a bass boost in the back. It's like a fullness it adds. You have again, an overdrive circuit in the front where you just push it, turn it on, turn it off. And it does work. I would say it would probably work for about 75% of the people. They'd be like, I don't need my overdrive pedal anymore. It's that good. Now, for guys like me, I like a little bit of flavor. I like a little bit of difference every once in a while, so I would always keep my overdrive pedals anyway. But I just used it for tonight's both songs, and I didn't use an overdrive pedal. I used the one on here, and I was like, this thing's freaking killer. It sounds great. You have 2.5 channels. So you have channel 1, which could be a dirty or a clean channel, and then channel 2, which is just pretty much hellfire and brimstone. So, and then you have 2 different master volumes that you can assign to whichever channel you want. So, I mean, is it a great amp? Yes, it's freaking amazing, and it's hand built in England, in Britain or something, whatever. Over there, where castles and kings are. That's where they build these. So they're great amps, and it's Rabia Massad's kind of his jam. So, and it just sounds great. The only thing I want to nitpick on this amp is it doesn't have a presence knob. So if you find it a little dark, just put an EQ pedal in the loop and brighten it up a hair, and you're good. And I did an episode about that, and it does sound amazing either way. But if you want a little more bite, Ola England said the same thing. He played it. He's like, this thing's amazing. I love it. It's awesome. I just wish it had a little more bite. Yeah. But you can easily fix that with a EQ pedal in the effects loop.
You Big Dummy says, you have a Synergy amp. Is it the exact same as real amps?
We're going to find out. Because
people keep asking you, man.
I know. I got to do that episode. So I have the Engel Savage module. And I have the real Engel Savage amp, so I will be shooting those out soon, and we're going to find out how close they are.
You know what? I'm just going to stay on his butt about it.
You have to.
You've been talking about this for a long, and I bet every episode somebody's like...
About a month.
Yeah.
Because people have been asking me for a month. Yeah, but I get sidetracked because I got all these other things.
Because he has ADD. He gets sidetracked because he has ADD.
Yeah, I'm a squirrel chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
I mean...
Sparkly. Ooh.
Well, I constantly get, like, I should be profiling.
Plus you get great opportunities, too. People will contact you. Oh, this just came in. Oh, I'm buying this. Let me ship it to you first. Yeah. And you kind of have to... You got to go with it when that happens. I get it.
New gear comes into Motor City Guitar all the time, and I review that. So I do get sidetracked, but my season for pressure washing is coming to an end.
Aww.
So I'll be able to put more time into things.
Marty5 says, yes, you got to have more music content. Looking forward to your studio content. It is like gas, but for music. So, mass?
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate that. I mean, as soon as these 3 songs are done, they should be done Friday. I just talked to Paul earlier.
Okay. So not Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah, so Friday, but it's tentative. You know how all that stuff kind of goes sometimes.
I'm super excited about, though? Yes, I want to hear these, but now with John, we can work on some more originals. And
we'll be doing some major, crazy, like, proggy, awesome original stuff. We let her get her sing on and do a couple covers and some of her favorites and some shorter kind of stuff. And as soon as we got that done, she's like, "All right, guys, write whatever you want." We're like, "Yeah, 30-minute song coming up." But yeah, so when we do the listening party, what we'll do is we will do that, but we'll also talk about our experience at the studio and like what we learned and what we applied from what we've learned in the past, and just have like just a nice Q&A, because a lot of people that are probably watching right now haven't been to the studio yet, and it's nice to know what to expect when you get there, you know, and how to be prepared. And the more prepared you are, the better the experience you're going to have.
I don't think you can ever, well, maybe just because I'm where I'm at in my life, but we've been in the studio, we've been in three different studios. You've been in a little bit more, one more than me.
No, I've been in a bunch.
Well, that's right, because you're so much older than me.
No, I've been when I was a
longer.
kid, when I was like 18 to 25, I was in studios all the time.
But I still don't necessarily feel completely prepared. And then sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm prepared, and you show up and you're the last one.
Yeah.
Like you're there and you're sitting through the bass and the guitar and the drums and if there's drums, then it takes 2 days.
Yeah.
Then I'm just there hanging out for
it could
the
take
first
some time.
day.
Yeah, definitely can.
So you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. You big dummy. At least there's a lot of things to do. Exactly. There's a lot of things that we can...
There's always something for me to do. I got to profile all these amps and upload them and zip file them and name them and get the artwork. And oh my God, it's so much work. I mean, literally, like if I profile the JP Mark II C+, it's an 8-hour day. By the time I come down here, set it up, get the Kemper down here, set the mics up, make sure it sounds great, and profile it with all the studio profiles. Then I got to switch over and do it with the 2 notes for all the DIs. Then I got to test them.
And I know it's grueling and long, but at least you're doing something that you love to do.
Oh yeah.
And it's in your own home, your own comfort zone. You can come down in your fart pants.
Yeah, my fart pants.
You come down in your fart pants.
That's what I do. I should call my profile packs the fart pants pack. They're kind of stinky, but they're amazing. But yeah, you come down. It's an 8-hour day by the time I'm done, because then you got to label them, put them in a file, and then you got to call for the artwork and wait a couple
your
days
dream
for
come
that.
true, not somebody else's.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, and then you know, and it's great. It's a lot of work, but it is rewarding, because I get to play guitar for a while and make things that hopefully people will enjoy and inspire them. The thing is I want my profiles to do is to just not sound good, but to feel good, and to inspire you to write something that you wouldn't have written otherwise. So that's really what I'm looking for. I want something that sounds so good that you just want to freaking write, you know, and play something amazing. So that's kind of where I'm at with them, you know. But yeah, I always got something going on, you know, with my business or with Tone Wars. It's always crazy, you know, keeping up with it all. So, but I think we covered all the stuff, right?
We have covered it. We are caught up on the comments. So
Wednesday night, tune in, because most likely I will be doing the Orange Rockaverb.
That's right. Somebody mentioned that. Maybe it was Jay mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, me and Jay were at Motor City. So thank you, Motor City Guitar. Awesome store. If you want to get some good deals on gear, click the link below at Motor City, and that link will take you right to the store. And we do get a little bit of help from the store, and it helps the channel if you buy anything through that link. But the main thing is you're supporting an awesome store owned by a great guy who's very community oriented, honest person, does a great job running the store, and has great staff, good prices. All the gear there is amazing, and if you buy outside the state of Michigan, you don't pay any sales tax, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, thank God for them, because if it wasn't for Marty allowing me to do this, I wouldn't be able to do these amp reviews for you guys. So he's going to let me take home, I don't know how much the amp is. It's like almost $3,000 or something. It's a very expensive amp, but the Orange Rockaverb, so I can go out, I can come do a demo for you guys, you know, for us all to enjoy.
Marty5 says, also 2 Notes has its own platform to sell your cab IRs too. Get in on that as well.
Ooh, thanks for letting me know, dude. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I'll screenshot that and send it to you.
Thank you. I would definitely be interested in checking that out. Faux show.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, are you ready? You ready to get some dinner?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Me too.
I'm hungry. Well, guys, thank you so very much for spending your evening with
Yes.
us. Seriously, we know that there's all kinds of places and things you can be doing, and you chose to spend your evening with us. And we seriously are very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It really means a lot, and thank you so much for the super chats.
And the Arnold requests. Arnold thanks you
I
as
love
well.
that it starts off the show. Everybody's excited. I can't hear the Arnold impression.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Both of us do. And seriously, we love you guys so much. I'm so grateful to have you in our lives and hanging out with us and stuff.
Do this instead of this.
Yeah, do this.
Put your thumb out. That means I love you.
Okay. Love
Sign
you guys. And keep the metal alive. So, and I'll be live Wednesday night with most likely the Orange, Rockaverb, and probably the Zilla. We'll see, depending on how things go. Maybe it'll
be
just
a
be the
rainbow
Zilla.
on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be, I know, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, so keep an eye on that. Out for that, I'll post it in the community section.
I love what the lights are doing. Look at over there look at the chords. They're like orange and raspberry, and then there's turquoise behind you.
That is kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a nice light show tonight. Thanks to
You're
you.
welcome.
You set it up.
I didn't try. That was
Just happened.
what happened.
All right, again, guys, thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Carrie will be with me next Sunday, and hopefully they'll have the listening party, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Life's a gift.
All right, God bless you guys. Yeah, every day's a gift. Whoa, and thanks for spending it with us as I drop all my crap on the floor. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a good one.
Bye. Thanks for joining us here tonight at Tone Wars. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Please be sure to click like and subscribe to the channel so you'll get the notifications and never miss a show. We go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and Sunday night at 7 o'clock. See you next time.